More of both entertainment and sports today.
Keep God first.
I'm retiring.
Well, in that case, what are we drinking?
Same for the goddaughter.
Dad told me you found something on a train during the war. A dial that could change the course of history.
Why are you chasing the thing that drove your father crazy?
Don't move.
We need to get out of here.
Stop!
Sorry.
Dr. Jones, get him. Hitler made mistakes, and with this, I will correct them all. You stole it. Then you stole it.
And then I stole it. It's called capitalism.
This way!
Fasten your seatbelt. There might be some turbulence.
You've taken your chances, made your mistakes, and now a final triumph.
Give him hell, Indiana Jones! A few times in my life, I've seen things. I've been tortured with voodoo. Been shot 9 times, including once by your father.
Sorry!
But I've been looking for this all my life.
Plaisir de cinéma offert ce soir aux festivaliers.
Scène, please, here, Monsieur Harrison Ford. We have a special surprise for you from the Cannes Film Festival with the hand of the new president, Iris Knobloch, that you can applaud. The Cannes Film Festival will present to Harrison Ford the Golden Palme of Honor.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very touched. I'm very moved by this. They say when you're about to die, you see your life flash before your eyes. And I just saw my life flash before my eyes. A great part of my life, but not all of my life. My life has been enabled by my lovely wife, who has supported my passion and my dreams, and I'm grateful. And you know, I love you too. Thank you. You've given my life purpose and meaning, and I'm grateful for that. So grateful. So grateful to have the opportunity to work with artists like Jim and Phoebe, even Mads. And I'm deeply moved by this honor and humbled. But I got a movie you ought to see. It's right behind me. So let me get out of the way. And thank you again for this great honor. Thank you.
Mr. Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones.
Let's hear it for the cast and filmmakers of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny!
Okay, one last thing. There are three indispensable people without whom none of us would be here tonight, and that starts with the person who created Indiana Jones, George Lucas. The person who is Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford. And the person who is the glue to all five of these films that gave us all of our rhythm and all of our melody, the great maestro, John Williams.
date!
I found it, Dr. Jones. I found it.
Well, I'm celebrating this film and this installment, but I'm also celebrating all of those people who have kept us making these movies for 42 years and whom I owe everything. And I really hope that they like our movie. That's very important to me. That I think the kind of film that is passed on from generation to generation is the kind of film that I grew up and treasured. That family aspect of these films, I think, is one of the most important things to me, because we've gone from generation to generation through the agency of family. I mean, you can't ask for anything more.
Oh my God, we've been sitting on this film for so long. I'm so excited for it to come out. And it's such a ride and it's such an adventure, and I'm just so happy to be in with an audience experiencing it. It's very hard to describe because it feels incredibly surreal, but also like the gravitas of it is, I'm reminded of that every day with every poster I see and every fan that I meet of the movies. And you just hope we haven't, messed it up. I don't think we have. I think Jim has done an amazing, beautiful job. And there are so many beautiful Easter eggs in there from the original films, and so many tips of the hat all the way through. And I think it really is just a really special movie. Well, this is where it belongs, This is how we're supposed to see it. And like some movies are shot to be seen this big. And even when we were shooting, when you see these like crash zoom close-ups of Harrison and he's like, this way, you're just like, yeah, you want it to be huge. So I can't wait to see it. I mean, the whole crew just melted when he came out in the outfit for the first time. I think we'd been filming for about a month and we were in Sicily, and maybe even more than a month, but he walked out onto set very casually and we were all just like, and then the only note I got for the rest of the day was to stop smiling behind him, because I was just like, even though we were meant to be going into a terrifying cave, I was like,
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if you've seen the film, but yeah. So I kind of sneak into it in a little part. They've been keeping it very, very secret. So that's been challenging for me to know for the last 2 years that I'm in the film and not be able to breathe a word of it. That's been not the most fun thing I've ever had to do in my life, but now it's delightful to be a part of this one, and delightful particularly in the way in which they brought my character back into the story. So I feel very happy that Marion kind of gets to have a little apostrophe at the end of her story. It's great. I mean, it's such a delightful thing to be in a film that has, I know people who are showing it to their great-grandchildren now. So that's unusual. I've made a lot of films. I don't think that there's another film I've made that has this kind of legs, as you would call it. And, it's nothing but a wonderful thing when a film kind of captures people's hearts that way. So I'm appreciative, is what I am, yeah. It's a wild, constantly moving story, and I think that everybody is, getting ready to go on a wild ride with the film. It's filled with like wonderful kind of twists and turns.
This is what it's all about. We've been shooting this film like a year and a half ago. So now it's happening. Now we're going to show it to the fans, the people who've been following this franchise for 42 years. It's very exciting. Yeah, but I can only say that it's surreal. I mean, I grew up with it. I was 15 when I watched it on a VHS, and I rented 5 different films, but I ended up watching Indiana Jones 5 times instead. It just blew us away, my entire generation, and to be here now 42 years later, it doesn't make sense, but I'll take it. Yeah, he appeals to everyone. I mean, my generation, my parents, my kids. Can't wait to show it to my grandkids. It's something about Harrison as well, isn't it? It's just something about him. Well, I'm very excited to say that, genuinely say this is a real Indiana Jones film, another one. We get all the roller coaster stuff, but we got something new here, I think. Obviously, because of his age, it's quite touching.
Well, it's nice to be back in Hollywood.
I love the States, but it's been a long time since I've been back in LA and back in Hollywood. And the last time we did this particular one was 1985. Dear Lord. I was a young boy then. I'm only 28 now. As that magnificent actor, Paul Freeman, says in the first one, the Ark is history. And Indiana Jones has brought forth I must have met at least 500 people who are archaeologists or museum curators, all of whom say, if it hadn't been for Indiana Jones, we would never have done this. Oh, just to see whether it fits in with their dream of Indy and another adventure. If we do that, then we'll have made a lot of people happy. And the other day I was at a fan convention and 3 men came up. Grandpa had seen the film when he was 11. He'd taken his son to see the film when he was 11 in the cinema. And they had just taken their grandpa's 11-year-old grandson to see the film in the cinema. I think there are more generations who will come and watch this movie, these movies. It's a great romp.
Watch me on Entertainment and Sports today.
Stay tuned for Entertainment and Sports today.
A big winner in the challenge. We want this to be fun. We want this is a big night of fun. It's a great evening for people to see.
It's a very good point. I mean, Entertainment and Sports today.